You've probably heard the old joke that just because your cat has her kittens in the oven, it doesn't make them muffins. Well, it's basically the same with an online course. Posting your course materials online doesn't make it an online course. We'll show you a way to think about transforming your Blackboard site from just a collection of your materials into a course. Since a course is really a group of lessons specifically designed to help students achieve your goals, it makes sense to think about three types of building blocks. We'll borrow from some early instructional design theory and look first at the events that typically happen in an effective lesson. Next, we'll look at a sampling of methods and strategies, then some tools in Blackboard to support these events. Finally, we'll put all three types of building blocks together to build some lessons and ask you to do the same for one of your own lessons. You'll want to find a way to gain students' attention and keep them focused. You'll want to share your objectives, inform students what they'll learn and be able to do when they complete the lesson. Help students to recall what they already know about the topic. Establish a context for the lesson by helping students to understand how it connects to their prior knowledge. Introduce the new content. Be there to guide them on process and content. Expect some type of performance. Make students do something with the new ideas they're learning. Get students interacting with the content. When appropriate, get students to interact with one another. Give feedback, both corrective and motivational. Assess what students have learned. And finally, make sure that students will remember and be able to use what they've learned. This is generalization or transfer of learning. Robert Gagne described these events in his early work in instructional design, and they still hold up regardless of how a course is being taught. These events might happen in a different order, and an event can occur multiple times in a lesson. Though you may never actually see your students, by using a conversational tone in your communications with students and in your course materials, and by responding promptly when students require your guidance and feedback, you can create a supportive learning environment. The early distance education theorist Bjorn Holmberg described this as a guided didactic conversation between faculty and students. This conversation is the mortar that connects the events together and can help to reduce the all too common sense of alienation that online students can experience. Like in any other teaching environment, you can draw upon a number of methods and strategies, and these are just a sampling. Let's have a look at some of the most common tools in the Blackboard toolkit. An item can include attached files and text, either typed or cut and pasted directly into Blackboard. Using the content editor, you can format your text, add images, videos, or audio, and make clickable links to other web resources. A web link is just that, a link to a website. You can add video in a couple of ways: YouTube mashup or video everywhere. The assignment tool is a link that you create for students to submit their assignments. You get their work by going to the Grade Center. You'll find tools for creating tests and surveys with both objective and essay or short answer questions. The discussion board is for asynchronous collaboration. You can set up forums on any number of topics. The journal is where students can post their reflections on what they're learning. Generally, it's private, between you and the student. Blogs let students post their work in a place where they can get comments from other students. Wikis are good for collaborative creation, whether it's brainstorming, working together on a problem, or writing a document together. Finally, and undoubtedly one of the most useful tools, is the announcement tool. Here you can post readily viewable updates, reminders, and general feedback. Now let's build a lesson. Well, at least a plan for one. We'll find the appropriate methods and strategies to support each of the events we described, then select the tools to make it work. And here's the lesson plan. Here's another plan based on a different sequence of events. This is essentially what you're doing when you create a lesson in Blackboard.